yay, this is awesome. No, this is unacceptable. Hey guys, what is going on? This is your old pal CHH. This is going to be a somewhat unorthodox kind of review because I don't know what the hell is going on, so this is kind of a rant. But regardless, we're going to get right into this, guys. This is the new Blu-ray release for In a Violent Nature. And the reason I actually ended up wanting to do a review of this is because two reasons. One, there's something really annoying going on with this Blu-ray release. And number two, honestly, it's actually a really good Blu-ray release. So a lot of us saw this movie in the theater, and it has been streaming for a little bit now. And I loved it. I love the movie. Now, it was definitely controversial. I think people either connected with it or they didn't. It worked for them or it didn't. This has been akin to Friday the 13th, the game, more so than the movies by a lot of people, and regarded that way in both positive and negative ways. The question was, is this worth a review? Is this worth, not a review necessarily, but is this worth a rewatch? And I'll be honest with you, I liked it pretty much the same. It's clearly a movie that is, in the style of almost a first-person killing game. But the thing that makes it work, in my opinion, is the fact that it doesn't do that the whole way around. There are moments where you hear dialogue, you're through the point of view of different characters throughout the movie. And that's what makes this movie have that balance. Because if it was strictly that point of view behind Johnny the entire time, then it would definitely get redundant. So I thought the balance was struck very well there. And I just thought it's a good slasher film. I really enjoy it. I think there are some good moments throughout the film. It's not too front-loaded like some slasher movies are. Like, I'm sure you could think of a couple slasher movies that you love where, like, what's the best part? The opening 15 minutes sometimes is, like, just the best part of a slasher film. With In a Violent Nature, I don't think that's the case. I do think that the opening is great. I love when Johnny walks up to that house and freaks that guy out. That's a great sequence. But also, what I did enjoy a little bit more this time rather than last time was I thought the balance wasn't struck tonally as well as it could have. I thought the movie should have just been purely serious the entire time. This go around, I did enjoy the hatchet-style killings of, like, that one girl that's, like, doing the yoga and she gets her head goes through her entire stomach. There's some anatomical things that I don't understand. Like, wouldn't the knees have given out while he was doing all that, and she would have just dropped? But you gotta let that kind of stuff go. You can't put pen to paper on everything in these kinds of movies, so like that doesn't bother me. But I was thinking about that a little bit. So I guess I liked it about the same. I guess I'm getting used to the film now because I've seen it a couple times, and sometimes familiarity gives you a little bit of, I guess, some more reverence. So the things that I was like, I would have done this differently before, I'm just watching it again this time. I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. By no means is this an amazing movie, but it's a good movie. I still feel it's pretentious, I feel, to say you either get it or you don't. No, people aren't stupid. You either connect with it or you don't. That's a totally different thing, and you're not undermining people that say they don't like it. I can't stand that. I don't know about you guys when people say some people just don't get it or they're not ready for it. No, how about some people it doesn't work for them? Some people just don't like it. So, and that's fine. And I totally understand that this is a movie that, it's either going to connect with you or not. And the thing is, I think they're making a sequel. My thing is, don't do the same exact thing. Don't do the other first-person thing, because then this doesn't become unique. This doesn't become special, in my opinion. You got to do something different. You got to go in a different route. I think that's the key. Now, will they do that? No. Will they probably do the same thing again? Possibly, but I don't know. I mean, that remains to be seen. So we'll see what happens when they do that. So this release is good. Let's actually look at the physical media release. This is a nice blood red slipcase. Actually, looks kind of Christmassy, which is what some people were saying on Instagram. Comes with the slipcase. Now, what's cool is this is legitimately like a collector's edition release. It even says so on the front. Here's the back, and I want to read this to you right now. 2-disc set with 3 hours of bonus features, storyboard kill galleries, Dead in the Water, the attempted making of the original In a Violent Nature, the yoga kill, candid on-set footage, scenes from the first version of In a Violent Nature, Sundance video diary, behind-the-scenes production and cast commentaries, and technical commentaries. So there was a lot of special features on here, very much akin to something you would think of as a legitimate collector's release. If you were going to say collector's release, it should have some criteria. Bonus features is obviously a huge thing. This has a ton, and seeing all the old footage of everything on here was fantastic. As a Blu-ray release, I would give this a 9 out of 10, but there's more, so check this out. This is new for Shudder, I feel. It actually comes with a poster, which I got to admit is a really nice touch. So here you go. You get a quad for In a Violent Nature. Nice touch. Very, very nice touch. So you're probably saying, well, Christian, what's the problem? Maybe you're not up to speed on this or you haven't been paying attention. Well, this release technically came out literal over a month ago. Mine finally showed up, but the problem is, I was like, why is nobody posting about this on Instagram? I've maybe seen one person post about this on Instagram. What the hell is going on? Well, I went again to check today. It still says out of stock on Amazon. Now, there's an overseas Blu-ray, but I can't tell you if that's region-free or not, but you can get it from Amazon if you're a region-free person. This is ridiculous. Why is this movie not shipping? Why is this movie not showing up to people? Why is it out of stock? There was the same problem with Oddity for a long time. That one kind of resolved itself, but then when I got my copy of Oddity from Amazon, it was a freaking bootleg. Yeah, something that they probably made in the warehouse to try to just fulfill orders, so I clearly returned that crap right back. Thankfully, I got my In a Violent Nature, but people are saying, what the hell is going on? I ordered that. I pre-ordered it, and it just never shipped. I did too. I pre-ordered this. Mine kept saying delayed, delayed, delayed. Then I forgot about it, to be honest with you. Finally, mine just kind of showed up, but still, so many people have pre-ordered this, and they were like, what the hell is going on? Unacceptable. So this is branded as just a Shudder Blu-ray, but I think it's a Shudder IFC Blu-ray. I think that's what this is. As you can see, just here on the side, it says Shudder. So I don't know if Shudder is trying to get into the physical media game on their own, straight ahead, because they were doing a lot of stuff with. I forgot the company that they were doing a lot of their Blu-rays with for a long time. But now it seems like they're trying to either get this going on their own and doing their own thing. But guys, this is unacceptable. Like, this is over a month out now, and it's still showing out of print in for so many people, and they can't get it. So I just want to say, guys, I see it, and I'm not just going to review this movie and be like, yay, this is awesome. No, this is unacceptable. This kind of stuff needs to be fixed. I mean, you guys need to either outsource this or understand this was a popular title. Things need to be dealt with. Or because things happen, maybe there was a warehouse issue, maybe they're having problems producing these, be vocal about it. Let people know. Not saying anything is just as annoying if there is a problem going on. You want to have customer relations, good customer relations, be open and upfront about stuff. So guys, I've noticed this, and I'm not gonna pretend it's not a thing because I got my copy. I guess I just lucked out, even though it's still well over a month. But yes, this should have been resolved. This should have been resolved by now. And I say, guys, just hang tight. Don't let that aspect of this being late get you down too much, because this is a really good Blu-ray release. There is a plethora of special features, a lot of cool stuff too, but unfortunately, it's just not getting out to anybody. So there's one more thing we need to talk about, of course, and that's the audio and picture quality. The audio quality is fine on this. It sounds perfectly fine. It's a good mix. The picture quality is surprisingly really good on this. I got to admit, I was really happy with the picture quality. It does look like it's taken straight from its camera source and does still have that amazing filmic look. Obviously, this is 4:3 to have that old school kind of vibe, and you could still see all that beautiful film grain that you saw in the movie theater. I can't speak for the streaming version of this. I got to admit that one's going to be lesser than, obviously, than the theater or so much the Blu-ray. But this did feel very reminiscent of that theater experience I had when I saw In a Violent Nature in the theater. It looked incredible in the theater. And the Blu-ray looks really good. If you would tell me, hey, this is a 4K scan on Blu-ray, I'd be inclined to want to believe that because it did look good. So obviously I did watch this on the QLED on the 70-inch with my PS5. Super happy with the picture quality. So it's a great Blu-ray. I just hope this gets resolved and people get their hands on it, because these things are too. After X amount of months, you're not guaranteed a slipcover, and I know that's important to people, so hopefully you can get that. I also wonder why this didn't have a 4K straight out of the gun. Watch it get one in 7 months. We'll see. But if you're not a 4K person, you just want to own this movie, hang tight, guys, and just stick with it. You'll love this Blu-ray once you get it, but for some reason there is just, I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't, because they don't tell us. They don't tell us. They just say out of stock, temporarily out of stock. We'll let you know when more comes in. I didn't even pay attention. Mine just happened to finally ship. So, guys, hang tight. It's a good release. It's a good-looking release. It's a good Blu-ray, but they're crapping the bed on releasing it right now. So there you have it, guys. In a Violent Nature, the collector edition Blu-ray, just hang tight, guys. That's all I can say. Hang tight. Huge, giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind-the-scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.